in this episode, I had too much information. I'm at the same job, but this is going to be a separate upload, obviously. If you're logging on just now, let's talk about minimum movements and minimum strokes. Now, if you understand what I mean by minimum movement, minimum strokes, when you have a water line, alright, let's soak this up. Alright? Now, I'm going to show y'all a way to do advanced maneuvers. It looks like you may be going slow, but actually you're going fast. Now, when you see many people doing unnecessary swiveling, I'm going to tell you the reason why on a scientific level. It's because they didn't change their rubber. Alright? Now, just stay with me for a minute. I'm about to explain. When you have a not so kosher rubber, alright, what happens is you'll have to go over a few times, because when I'm talking about minimum strokes, minimum movements, so here's what I mean. Let's say the water line is there, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go like this, alright? And your next pass is going to be an inch or half an inch. Not 3 inches, not 4 inches, an inch above the water line when you make your next pass. This is to ensure with this size that you get it in 3 moves. So we got 1, 2, 3. That's minimum movement. Not like this. Let me show you. This is unnecessary. Did you see that? That's unnecessary. Now, swivel tools. It is no secret that the more you swivel, the more you're going to wear down that edge. So if you want to prolong your rubber, first off, without all that froth, on some tools that I know, what you do is, for the first, I say about 40 or 50 windows, you can save yourself time and prolong your rubber by not doing all that stuff, right? So, what we have here again is, you're moving less, but you're getting done faster sometimes, depending on the given situation. So, we got like this, right? We go across, come down, alright? Alright, let me do this again, because I didn't do this right. Alright, so, alright, we start here. This is another thing. When you start, it makes a big difference. If you dig the corner out, it's almost like doing straight pulls. Straight pulls is the simplest method to clean a window and the less amount of rubber wear than swivel tools in general. So, back what I was saying is, if you start here like this, rather than here, you see what's happening here. When you dig out like this, you're wearing the ends out. And then you come back down, you're wearing the ends. This is the reason why the ends wear out faster. So if you save that corner by doing this first, what you're doing is you're saving yourself a step. Now why do I say that? It's because when you go like this, you have to come up. That's a move. If you start here, feathering just a couple of times, you're saving yourself from coming up. The only reason why you come up is because you want a clean edge where you start at. But if you're good at feathering, you can start like this. Come down, alright? You see the water line, it's just an inch above or half and close off. Now you see how much less movement that was? Let me show you the other way that you're used to seeing people with swivel tools. Doing all that swiveling in a narrow window. Alright, see? Now, it might seem fast to y'all, but I assure you, it's not only not that fast, it's more, doing it that way, you're bound to get a mistake, for one thing. and it's not that much faster. And then not to mention, on the negative side of things, you're wearing down your rubber quick. So, let's recap. Let me show you just what I mean about a bad rubber. I'm going to take this good rubber out, and I'm going to put a bad rubber in there, and I'm going to show you that you'll have to change your technique up with a bad rubber. You couldn't do what I just showed you. Come up, come down, and then, because you see that last pull, right there on that slant, where you stop to have to turn, and then you come there. If you look on a sunny day, that line will be there. That's only because you don't have a sharp edge. So in a case like this, if you're trying to really wear your rubbers down before you actually change it, that's just plain being lazy and cheap, not keeping a sharp edge. So in that case, when you come down and go like that, you'll have to go back over to that spot again and then come back. This is the reason why you see people doing unnecessary moves, is because they're cleaning windows all day long and they don't know when to stop and change their rubber because they're moving. They're going from shop to shop. You know, route work. You don't have time to stop. Well, you should have time because this is your money maker. All right. The key to having any window come out flawless is that you got to have a sharp rubber. You got to be sharp with the tool, and then you got to have a sharp edge. All right? And you'll be always having a sharp edge up on your competition because they may not be doing what you're doing. Their windows might be looking like who did it and ran. All right? So I hope you understand. I'm going to put a bad rubber in here so you can see what I'm talking about. I don't know if you'll be able to see this on camera, but we're going to give this a shot. I had to actually go and put more soap on the pad so y'all can see just for this part. Alright? So, we're going to do the minimum movement like I showed y'all. If you're going like this and you're turning right there, you see right there, this is where I'm talking about, and then you come back. If you have a bad rubber, it's going to show that turn mark where you left at, especially if you have all that soap in there. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. I can't prove it to y'all because y'all can't see on camera, but I guarantee you, I'll bet money on it that you're going to leave that mark, which is why you're going to have to come back over like that and then follow up. The only way you're going to get that and less movement is if you have that sharp edge. Turn like that, and with a clean rubber, it will not leave that mark, all right? Any window cleaner that's been doing it as long as I have understands what I'm talking about. And they don't see, to me, that's common sense. And to some others, that might be common sense. But no one's going to explain it like that. This is what allows you to do advanced maneuvers with less movement and hit it and get out of there. All this other stuff is people do it because either they got accustomed to it or it's because their rubber is not so kosher. If their rubber was good, you know, all that, you just go like this. Now you see the difference? All right, let's show this again. You see that? Bam. All right, now take someone who does minimal movement. See the difference? All day, every day. You might see me wagging, but that's only on certain windows. I don't show y'all everything, but I work like that all the time. I left a butcher mark, I know, because I'm trying to make sure y'all see what I'm doing. So I'm looking at the camera rather than the window itself, but y'all get the general idea. All right, peace.